Welcome to Outside the Box, OTB Boxing Class 101. New students, subscribe on your way in. Old students, if you like it, then like it. If you don't, you don't, man. We know our content fire at OTB Boxing Class 101, so we ain't much tripping about no likes, you feel me? But we got some flowers to give out. First of all, before we even get started, man, I gotta say thank you to everybody. We gonna give out our flowers to everybody that's instrumental at OTB Boxing Class and the growth of OTB Boxing Class 101, man. Our subscribers, give yourself some flowers, man. You get some flowers from OTB Boxing Class. Content creators, BFTB, Everything Boxing, the whole LDBC, man, new media. Knockout Boxing 86 TV, man, KQKC Network, man, keep working, y'all worked y'all ass off, man, Southern T, H Money, man, everybody who is instrumental in the growth of OTB Boxing Class, we gonna give y'all some flowers, let you know we appreciate you. Salute, my brethren. Now, let's get into these fight cards. The first fight card on Saturday was, as we said, Triple G and Murata. That came on at 4:30. Then you had a 7 o'clock fight card, which had a main event of Michaela Mayer, Jennifer Zine. But on the undercard, we had Cincinnati's own Duke Reagan, who showed up and showed out. Looked spectacular, looked like he fully healthy coming off of that shoulder injury, which he experienced prior to the Olympics. So definitely got to salute your boy Duke, man. Keep up the good work. He showed us 8 good rounds, fought hard all 8 rounds, landed whatever punches he wanted. Started off with that pretty ass jab that he got, then set up the 1-2, then set up the 1-2-3 to the body, and the kid just couldn't take it. You could tell that this kid just wasn't on Duke's level. So we look forward to watching the progression of Duke Reagan's career, and I definitely want y'all to tune in and do so as well, as we know he is a silver medalist Olympian. So definitely look forward to watching Duke grow. But let's get on to the main event. Michaela Mayer, Jennifer Zine. Michaela Mayer put the whole women's boxing on notice. She is definitely a boxer. She definitely can fight. She can do both. And now we need a unification fight with her and Alicia Baumgartner. Alicia Baumgartner just signed off the fight, her mandatory. So hopefully coming off of that fight, we can get that now that her trainer Superbad Tony Harrison got his fight out the way, in which he was fighting on the Showtime card later on that night, which we gonna get on. We gonna get into it later on in this video. But for the most part, let's get back to Michaela Mayer. Man, she showed us she could box. And she showed us she on the same level as Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. And y'all about to have to deal with this girl, man. She definitely here. She got 2 straps, so it ain't like we ain't been knowing she was here. But I had seen her fight before. She had just fought up against a lot of fighters that I feel like were tailor-made to her being able to fight off the front foot. So I look forward to seeing them match her up with some fighters who gonna really test her boxing skills and really make her do some things that makes her uncomfortable. But let's get on to the DAZN card. Main event, Ryan Garcia, Manuel Tagu. A lot of people picked Emmanuel to go. As my homie, big homie DP Rocker, definitely got to give you some flowers. As he say, he want his chicken to go. He picked to go. And to go did land the same exact punch that Ryan Campbell landed. That Luke Campbell landed. He ain't dropped Ryan with that punch, but he definitely landed it. It was flush. It was pretty. It would take him six rounds to do so. But if you remember, Luke Campbell landed his in the 6th round, I believe. So I was definitely disappointed to see that Ryan Garcia still has no head movement. He still has a problem maintaining the line, dictating the line, which tells me that he's a C-B level IQ boxer. And his fast hands is really what saved him in this fight. He was the much bigger fighter, so he would apply the most pressure in this fight. To go was mostly slipping out. Ryan did show an inability to cut off the ring, which he spoke about in his post-conference and his post-fight in his post-fight interview. But so we ain't the only people that seen that. It's good to know that he's seen it, because that's going to be something that he have to deal with for a fighter with such a good left hook. His inability to maintain the line and to control the line is going to be something that really can hinder his career, and fighters can really hone into that, because if you can't maintain the line to maintain your distance, then your height is irrelevant. You're not a grade A fighter in the pocket because you have a lot of power, which is from distance. So I look forward to seeing some improvements from Ryan in those areas. But let's get on to the fight that I was most impressed with. Sugar Shane Mosley Jr. and Gatekeeper Gabe Rosado. We know Gatekeeper Gabe gonna put some pressure on him, and he gonna throw big punches. 1-2, 1-2 cadences. And Sugar Shane Mosley was able to use his jab to really isolate Gabe Rosado's power and keep him at bay. So that was impressive from Sugar Shane Mosley. However, he did maintain a 6-inch reach. So it was just good to see a tall fighter fight under his length and really use that to his advantage. As he started off landing the jab when he wanted, he did land a couple right hands early in that fight, but later on in the fight, that just equivalated from the jab to the right hand to the body to Gabe really being countered in the 10th round by Sugar Shane Mosley, which I feel like put the cherry on the icing of this cake. So I definitely was impressed to see with Sugar Shane Mosley that he can actually box a little bit, and I look forward to seeing what's next for him. But let's get on to the Showtime card, which everybody know and everybody woke up talking about. We got some flowers to give out, man. Flowers to give out to both boxers. Sebastian Fundora, you get your flowers because I did not think that you could take Sebastian Lubin's best shot, and you did. You got up and still finished that man off. So I applaud you. You get your flowers, all of that from OTB boxing class, and I really did notice why you prefer to fight in the pocket. It really helps you to keep your feet up under you, as fighting from distance can be a problem with a fighter with that type of length. He's 6'5", so him fighting in the pocket is a way that he keep his distance up under him. However, I still didn't see the head movement that would make me say that you would beat a Jermell Charlo. I still didn't see an ability to fight or to deal with pressure, which would allow me to think that you won't beat Brian Castano. So stay tuned. We got fight film coming out this week on Jermell Charlo, Brian Castano. Early in the week, we're going to be dropping you Dennis Ugas, Errol Spence film, followed by Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson, and then we're going to top it off with Dylan White, Tyson Fury. This is going to be a busy week at OTB boxing class. Y'all stay tuned. Hit that bell notification so they let you know when your boy in the kitchen. But let's get on to the rest of that fight card. Co-main event, Sergio Garcia fought to big, super bad Tony Harrison and the west side of Detroit. Y'all got a reason to be proud of him, man. Give that man his flowers when he come on home. Tony Harrison just fought a good fight, man. And he did start off slow. I had him losing the first 2 out of 3 rounds, but coming in the 4, 5, 6, 7, Tony Harrison showed us that he was the much better boxer, and that's really what separated him in this fight. Sergio Garcia elected to fight this fight in the pocket. He never did try and fight this fight from distance. He allowed Tony Harrison to dictate the pace of this fight, which means Tony Harrison stayed on the front foot, stayed tracking him down, and Sergio Garcia, being a much smaller fighter than Tony Harrison, just couldn't deal with his ability to fight in the pocket, as Tony Harrison is a long fighter, but he's extremely talented in the pocket, and he has a high boxing IQ, and that's really what separated him. But the last fight on that fight card was Brian Perella and Carlos Salgado. I told y'all Salgado was going to win this fight, and he fought for a draw. Perella just never did enough to win this fight. He landed the bigger punches. He landed the cleaner punches. Salgado only went to the body. Once he couldn't connect to the body, his game plan never equivalated to land any shots upstairs. And I felt like Brian Perella just don't have enough head movement, and he just, I don't know what's wrong. Somebody tell Roy Jones, quit having his fighters fight with his style. That is really premature, and it's going to get Brian Perella knocked the fuck out. Y'all remember, OTB boxing class told you first. But I take my losses with my wins. All in all, I thought it was a great week in boxing. As I said, we got a lot of film dropping. Got a couple more flowers to give out. Flowers to give out to the gang up in Colorado, man. Definitely tapped in with 3-time Olympian Rashid Warren. Appreciate you tapping in with OTB boxing class. We got some news that we gonna break about that. coming up this week as well. Waiting to get some more word from the guys. But shout out to all the guys. Team Maine Brown, we with you, bro. OTB Boxing Class is a fan. AB, who up there in Colorado. Robert Bunny Easter up there in Colorado. All of the guys, man. Shout out to Jamonte Clark as well, who also got some work in this weekend. As we know, he was in camp with Erickson Lubin, which y'all know. That's why my heart was with Lubin, man. Definitely got to give him his flowers. He went there and showed us that he had a chin. He could take a shot, and he fought his ass off, man. He was up on all 3 cards when the fight was over. So we can't say that his game plan was a bad game plan. However, he just underestimated what pressure can do. That pressure that Sebastian Fundora did a lot, man. And him leaning over with them being so tall, your head is where his shoulders at when he come down to your height, man. I think that's really where the broken nose came through. He put the earmuffs on a lot. And a lot of them uppercuts he took to the chin, so I don't really feel like that may have been the reason for the broken jaw, but not the broken nose. The broken nose came from those shoulders. So all in all, get Erickson Lubin his flowers. I feel like he can be a champion later on. That's a weak division. A lot of fighters who fight through that division, they transition into other divisions. Current champion Jermell Charlo already speaking of moving up. So, and then we got a lot of 147 fighters who coming up to 154. So that looked to be a real exciting division coming up, man. I was all in all, I was impressed with the weekend. It's a good day to be a boxing fan. Y'all go subscribe to them networks who are part of OTB Boxing Class, loyal to the game boxing as well, man. Got to get Kwame his flowers, but y'all stay tuned. We got a lot of fight film dropping this week. So, and class dismissed, man. We out. Y'all go enjoy this beautiful day, man. Check us out.